20, 10, 5, Torrey Horton back to the end zone.
48-yard play. Guess who? Body up the middle, making another move to the outside. 15, 10, end zone again.
Keeps it. Nice move by Brown. He's got space. He's got 6. 35-yard touchdown for Byron Brown. A record-setting night for the South Florida quarterback.
Down so far, a little bit of a high snap. Genty right up the middle. Genty has room. Ashton Genty, give him 6.
Second and long. Lagar tries to pin it in. Ramos, it does. Ramos stays up. The Suns offense 4-3 wins. Incredible effort for Ramos.
The G5 Hive. All G5, all the time.
Welcome to the G5 Hive Live. We are excited to bring you the G5 college football coverage you love each and every week. I am Luke, and I'm joined by my co-host, Justice. Well, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching us on X, please give us a follow, a like, and a retweet. If you're listening to us in podcast form, please rate and review. And don't forget, the G5 Hive merchandise source is now live. The link is in the YouTube video comments as well as pinned on our X page. There at the bottom of the screen. If
here we go.
Find it.
There we go.
All right. It is right there.
Yeah, that's the best way to support us. Number one, like if you're watching right now, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Like the more likes we can get, the more the algorithm likes it, the more faces we can get in front of. If you're not a subscriber yet on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We're pretty close to 500. I think we're sitting at like 475. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And lastly, if you want some sweet merchandise, visit the link at the bottom, buy some merchandise. And that's the best way you can support the work we're doing.
All right. Well, week 10 is in the rearview mirrors. Now we're looking ahead to week 11. Mid-week G5 games. We've got Bowling Green at Central Michigan, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Central Michigan is on their third-string quarterback. I don't think the weather is supposed to be pretty nice.
I think the weather's supposed to be bad. Tuesday, Wednesday, rain, wind.
Yeah, it's raining right now in eastern Iowa, and when I lived in Michigan, it was kind of like Seattle. Like when it rained, that lake effect just made it rain like all day, and when it snowed like all day. There was no like showers or a little bit of snow. It like just all happened. So I anticipate a pretty sloppy game.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer. The return of Maction. And the weather might put a little bit of a damper on the action.
Absolutely. I got Bowling Green in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bowling Green looks like one of, if not the best teams in the MAC. Central Michigan, I don't have a lot of hope for them. Given they're on their third string quarterback, they're going to want to run the ball a lot. Obviously, Bowling Green's going to know that. Bowling Green's defense is pretty legit, pretty good. I think Bowling Green rolls in this one, trying to bring up the spread. It's Bowling Green by 14, over under 48.5.
Do you think Harold Fannin has 100 yards receiving in this one?
Absolutely. They got to give him that Mackey Award, baby.
So yeah, I'll be curious if that weather is bad enough that it affects any of the passing game. Usually it's not the rain, it's the wind, but we'll see. Miami of Ohio at Ball State, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. This will be a big game in the sense of what the MAC looks like, because Miami of Ohio currently sits at 3-1 in the MAC as Ball State sits at 2-2. Obviously, Ball State gets that win. They move to 3-2. Miami of Ohio moves to 3-2. So this will be a big game in that sense. But Ball State's just been this team of like different halves. Like the first half, they're usually slow. they get dominated and worked on their defensive and offensive line, and then the second half, like their lines sure up everything. They can run the ball all of a sudden. They can pass rush. It's a weird dynamic. I just don't know. Being at home helps, but I just don't think that you can be that inconsistent against Miami of Ohio coming off of a bye.
Well, I'm going to dub Tuesday tight end Tuesday. You know, it was tight end. What was it? It was tight end Sunday.
Appreciation Day.
Tight end appreciation day. Well, Tuesday night is going to be tight end Tuesday, G5 tight end Tuesday. Two of the best tight ends in the G5: Harold Fannin Jr., Bowling Green, and then Tanner Koziol at Ball State. This Miami defense has played pretty well of late. So it should be an interesting game. I think of the two games, I think that one should be the better game. If you're only able to tune into one, I would tune into the Miami Ball State game. Miami is favored by 11.5. That seems, I don't know, that seems a little high to me.
I don't know. It just depends on what Ball State team comes out, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't know which team's going to show up.
Ohio at Kent State, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Ohio, 3-1 in the MAC. Like we said, Kent State's just looking for their first win of the season. Parker Navarro, as long as he doesn't get benched, does pretty well.
It's all about turnovers for him.
I've got Ohio in this one.
Yeah, Ohio's favored by 18.5. I mean, hopefully Parker Navarro shows out, doesn't have a lot of turnovers, and they win with ease. So yeah, not Kent State. Just I mean, they might not get a win this year. But I think they have some talent on the team. They have some talent on offense and defense. They just can't seem to be able to put it together to get a win.
Then we got Northern Illinois at Western Michigan. Western Michigan sits at 4-0 in the MAC, coming off their bye. What's crazy about this game? It's at Western Michigan. Western Michigan's been able to run the ball. I'm trying to think of the tight end that's kind of emerged there.
Blake Bosma.
Yeah, he's shown out lately.
We have two-headed monster, Jaden Nixon, Jalen Buckley at running back.
I like Western Michigan in this one. I like them at home. Northern Illinois 4-4, 1-3 in the MAC. This season just hasn't gone to play for them. And NIU is favored by 2.
Yeah,
that seems weird to me.
I mean, Northern Illinois is a good team. I mean, I don't know. It feels like a pick'em. It feels like a pick'em game to me, but
you're saying like they're so much better if they're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, you think they're like they're saying they're like a 5-point better team if they're on a neutral field.
Yeah. So
should be a good game, but nonetheless, should be probably of these 4 action games. That's probably the best game, followed by Miami against Ball State. But that Northern Illinois Western Michigan game should be a good one.
All right. Other G5 versus G5 games, midweek games. Thursday, App State at Coastal Carolina. Cade Robinson got his first touchdown of the year. Joey Aguilar been tossing the ball around, kind of going under the radar. What do you make of this game? This is probably like I don't get a lot of watch a lot of midweek games. That's as we kind of talked.
Well,
on screen, like you get to watch most of those games. I'm doing little kid stuff. If you don't know, I've got a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, so I'm taking them around to things. So I don't get to catch them. But I don't think I'm going to be upset that I'm going to miss App State versus Coastal Carolina.
I like App State in this game. I think they're playing better. Coastal Carolina has not been playing great. The interesting thing to me, though, is Coastal Carolina is favored by 1. I would take App State all day. I think App State's going to win the game. And I wouldn't be shocked at the end of the year if Coastal Carolina, they fired their OC a couple weeks back. I wouldn't be shocked if the whole coaching staff is gone at the end of the year.
And then the game that I am upset I'm going to miss is Florida Atlantic at East Carolina. East Carolina, they have a head coaching change. They make a change to Caden Hauser at quarterback. They've been throwing the ball all over. Florida Atlantic's been more so run heavy this year, but they're starting to throw the ball a little bit more here the last couple weeks. This game, you've got 0-4 in the American Florida Atlantic and 2-2 Eastern Carolina. Chase Sewell, like I said, kind of coming on here the last couple games. I kind of like the over. Total right now is at 57.5. I like there to be more than 57.5 points in this game.
ECU favored by 7.5. Like you said, Caden Hauser, it's been phenomenal the last two games he started. Chase Sewell as well. So yeah, I like East Carolina. I think for to have the over, I think it really depends on which Florida Atlantic team shows up because they've put up some real duds this year. So yeah, it's going to kind of depend on which of those teams shows up for Florida Atlantic.
A game that we were looking forward to at the beginning of the year, Rice at Memphis. We thought this could be a game that shapes the American.
Yeah,
and doesn't.
it's
not
got
going to do
nothing
that.
to do with the race.
It's got nothing to do with either of it. For you got 2-3 in the American Rice against 3-2 in the American Memphis. Yeah,
Rice did upset Navy though last week, so
I like Memphis in
that
this
was a
game.
wacky game. That was a wacky game though. Like so many delays, like I think like 5 hours in total of delays.
So where is Rice again?
It's in Texas.
I know in Texas, but what city?
Isn't it in Houston?
It is. And then at the exact same time, was it Kansas State playing at Houston? And they had no delays.
Oh,
Zero.
that happened. That's crazy.
It's like, what's going on? Like, why is there all those delays over here and then nothing over here? I don't know. Just kind of weird and wacky. But yeah, let's see here. Got me off my mark here. I had to talk about that. I'm like, what's going on? Like, because I was like, what's going on? I keep seeing this delay, and then I see Houston over here playing. Whatever. Let's see here. Then we had New Mexico at San Diego State. New Mexico honestly has been playing a lot better than I thought they would this year.
Yeah.
San Diego State playing probably on par, maybe a little bit worse than I kind of anticipated. You got 2-3 in the Mountain West.
Yes, I agree. They rely so much on Marquez Cooper.
Yeah. New Mexico 2-3 in the Mountain West. San Diego State 2-1 in the Mountain West. We hope to see Luke Weissong back. Devin Dampier probably running all over. Marquez Cooper running the ball.
Yeah, so like if you have not had a chance to watch New Mexico play and watch Devin Dampier, we've been talking about Devin Dampier for over a year now. Last year he was a second string quarterback. We talked about him, said the kid's something special, and he's showing that this year. So if you have not had a chance to watch New Mexico play, tune in 10:30 Friday night FS1 and watch Devin Dampier take on the Aztecs. Yeah, he will not disappoint. The kid's electric.
All right. That will wrap up our midweek games. All right. That's going to do it for the show this week. Come back and join us next week as we discuss what happened in Week 11, as well as look forward to Week 12 of the 2024 season. And as always, bring you up to date on all the latest news and happenings in the world of G5 college football. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching us on X, please give us a retweet, a like, and a follow. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please subscribe and leave those 5-star ratings and review. Thank you all for your support. Until the next time, we are the G5 Hive.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog,